Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Gilman, Vice President of Product and Solutions Marketing at Vonage. And today we're going to talk about Vonage Business Communications for Microsoft Teams. Wanted to take a minute to level set and really talk about the change in global work environments. When we think through what we've seen over the past 18 months, we've seen a fundamental change in how people work, whether it be agents, employees, or even how our customers want to interact with us. Work from home is now the norm. As we move forward, we're going to see more hybrid environments. But what that's done is it's really changed the overall structure of how businesses communicate, how employees interact with one another, and how agents have to start to think through a different model where they're no longer sitting in a physical contact center. The need for collaboration has never been higher, and Microsoft Teams has been there to help fill the void. Microsoft has helped businesses stay connected through their Teams platform with over 250 million monthly active users. By far, one of the biggest collaboration platforms that the industry knows today. With Teams, businesses are able to better connect with each other through collaboration tools and voice capabilities. This has allowed businesses, regardless of location, to stay better informed, better connected, better educated. But in an ever-increasing digital world, we've seen the market flip on its head recently. Customers want to interact digitally. Businesses have had to become more digital first. Businesses are having to look beyond voice and traditional collaboration capabilities. They need additional unified communication solutions that can better integrate with their Microsoft investment to bring added features like MMS, SMS, AI, and customer engagement tools to improve their overall productivity. At Vonage, we believe that we can help businesses better leverage their Teams investment, coupling it with our Vonage Business Communications, our native unified communication solution to bring powerful customer engagement solutions to businesses today. Let's take a quick second to look at the new modern workforce. We've gone from an environment where the global employee base was primarily working out of offices. That has fundamentally changed over the past 18 months as businesses were forced to work from home. 18 months is a long period of time where businesses have had to adjust to full remote work. So how can we bring tools, primarily collaboration tools that Teams has provided, to make employees and agents more productive in that remote work environment? Moving forward, we're not going to see that. We're already starting to see the shifting of the landscape where businesses are going to more hybrid environments where certain people are going to be allowed to work from home, certain people are going to be coming back into the office. That provides a whole other level of unique challenges because you now have people that are back working face-to-face and those that are going to be in a home environment. How can we bring tools and collaboration styles into an office environment to make those who are working from home equally as productive and collaborative as those that are working in the home office? To support the needs of remote work, the quality of remote work tools has to improve and to support the quality and quantity of work output that the office workers provide. And so when we look at what are the challenges that companies that are facing today when they're looking from moving from Teams to other communications needs, this gets really specific. You now have a distributed workforce that looks at customers, sales, IT operations, service employees, and remote employees and global employees. There are many considerations for organizations to take into account when making decisions and planning for the transition to Teams for communication. Many businesses today are already using Teams as their collaboration platform, but they have not leveraged Teams for their voice capabilities. Existing PBX, on-prem versus cloud, IT resourcing, and remote work, all of these things have to come into play when people are thinking about the challenges when integrating voice into a Teams environment. Organizations need to think about more than just collaboration. They need to think about QoS as voice is now providing a different level of communications, a real-time communications into the fold. They need to think about redundancy, disaster recovery capabilities, security, and global reach. But more important, I should say equally as important, is implementation. How are you going to implement your voice solutions over your Teams environment to provide the highest level of enterprise-grade voice capabilities? Microsoft Teams is a great tool. It's a great collaboration tool, complete with document sharing, online meetings, and many other advanced features that really make it a best-in-class collaboration tool. But many organizations have to start to think about Teams as more than just an internal collaboration tool. How can they start to bring in voice capabilities to open up internal communications to external participants? By adding a fully featured enterprise-grade PBX, the power to integrate external communications to enable quick, secure, reliable ways to communicate and enable voice with your external participants is paramount. You need to find the right vendor that can enable a lot more than just voice, though. As we said, the market has changed, and voice is a great addition into the Microsoft Teams environment, but many people need additional channels that are just not provided by layering voice on top of the Teams environment. So let's discuss some of the things that we're starting to see in terms of transformation. One of the primary challenges when enabling voice in a Microsoft Teams environment is what happens when that Teams environment goes down. Disaster recovery has to be primary in your thought process when bringing voice into your collaboration environment, leveraging Teams. Vonage Business Communications becomes a great disaster recovery tool, great disaster recovery option for your communications. If anything happens to Teams environment, teams can quickly switch to Vonage Business Communications to run their business, not only for their voice capabilities, which stand separate from the Teams environment, but also for the other unified communication solutions that VBC brings into a customer environment. All of that is at no additional cost or configuration to the customer. VBC is geographically redundant and offers 5 nines reliability with SLAs. Incredibly important when you're thinking through the ongoing needs of your business. God forbid anything happens where that Teams environment fails. As I said, business is global in nature. You need a service provider that can provide enterprise-grade voice anywhere you are in the world. Bondage is available in over 40 countries, and we can get local numbers in 96 countries. We have the scalability, the reliability, and the geographic reach to support all of your voice needs within your Teams world. While Teams is a great collaboration tool, as I said earlier, the needs are growing for businesses to start to communicate and collaborate, leveraging other digital channels, whether that be MMS, SMS, or social channels. While Teams supports a number of internal collaboration needs, it's limited in terms of customer engagement and conversation. Bondage Business Communications allows you to not only bring high quality, reliability, and feature-rich voice to MS Teams, but we can also bring a lot of those other digital channels into the Teams environment. All of these features, MMS, SMS, even fax, and contact center capabilities, we can bring into the Teams environment natively, which is something that is incredibly important, not only looking at collaboration within the PBX environment, so within your employee base, but also looking at the needs of your agents and how can we start to look at the enterprise PBX and the contact center holistically so we can better address the needs of both agents and employees. Vonage Business Communications also brings a number of additional benefits into Microsoft Teams environments. As I mentioned before, Vonage Contact Center, that direct integration into your Teams environment into the contact center. So that way both agents and employees can leverage the Vonage Business Communications network. Up to 10 CRMs we support natively with our integrations. VBC App Center productivity tools. You can go into our App Center and download tools to help make your employees more efficient with workflow tools and business productivity applications to make your day more efficient and more productive. AI virtual assistant. Vonage is one of the very few businesses that is now providing AI tools not only within their contact center but within their UC applications. We can provide virtual assistants leveraging our AI capabilities to provide more efficient and productive workflows into your communications world. And then smart numbers. Smart Numbers is Vonage's ability to leverage our voice APIs within the world of a PBX to create custom workflows for businesses who have very specific needs in terms of how they want to interact with their customers. Very unique to our business, owning the entire communication stack of unified communications, contact center, and business and communications APIs, and something that really helps businesses become unique in terms of how they identify and work with their end users. So what makes Vonage unique? I started by saying this before: global reach with significant scale. Any team's environment for a large business is going to require a service provider that has global reach, the ability to scale with you and your business. We have powerful cloud communications assets with leading CPaaS APIs, the ability to bring on net new channels by leveraging those API building blocks to create custom workflows for customers. We have strong market recognition and 5 nines uptime leveraging smart WAN technologies. Incredibly important in your doing your day-to-day business in a world where outages can provide significant financial impact to business. Knowing that every time you pick up the phone that there will be dial tone is critical to your business and making sure that you will stay ahead of your competitors. Very, very strong partnerships with both Microsoft and Salesforce. We have a large, diverse client base across all industries with customer references to help you understand how Vonage can help enable your team's environments. We have a top-notch professional services organization. Implementation, as I brought up earlier, is key to a successful team's implementation, layering over enterprise-grade voice capabilities. As you look towards your service providers to provide you with the ability to scale, to provide that global reach and reliability, security, you need to think through one that has a professional grade services organization, and Vonage provides that. I wanted to thank you today for your time, and I wanted you to consider Vonage Business Communications for your Microsoft Teams needs. Thank you for your time, and enjoy the rest of the event.